on demand. In case anybody wants to have it in future, you can always send the video, or if time permits, we can also publish it in our YouTube channel. So everyone, welcome to today's training. Today we're going to talk about how to be successful in real estate. What do we do? What are the things that we must know, especially as people who are new to real estate marketing? Things have changed. Before, everything used to be on site, physical, but with the advent of Corona, so things, the way we look at things or do things have changed forever. Now, with online, you can market and sell things all over the world, just from anywhere you are. So it's also the same thing we are doing here, real estate. I'm in Germany, some people are in Nigeria, some are in the US, and we're able to do business all over. So it's an opportunity that we would like to share with anyone. So let's just dive into it. I'm going to change I'm going to share my computer with all of you. Just a minute, please. So today, let's just take the menu for today, the agenda, so to say. Today we're having these are the agendas we're having for today. The first one is understanding P1 platforms and products. As a new member, you have to, this information is very vital because you have to know who you are dealing with, who they are, and the things that they are offering to sell. It's good to have it. Then we are going to deal on the P1 support systems, office, site visits, training, and incentives. So it's also good to know where their offices are, the site, that is the estates where they are located, and also other incentives or training or support systems that are available for you. Then number three, we are going to deal on marketing strategies for selling land and houses. So four, I will just run through creating a database for your potential PBOs, buyers, etc. You need to manage. This is a teamwork. The next time, I think we are going to discuss about team building, how to manage your team. This is a team work that we are doing to help each other to succeed because we gain from each other. So it's good to know who are your PBOs. Though in the system, there's a way you can manage them in the system, but at least it's good for you to have your own database separately, which you can have access to very fast. And also, if you have buyers, you have to have their own database as well. So we'll talk about that. Then leverage. We have to leverage online platforms like social media, email marketing, local online site. This is very important, local online site. Social media, everybody is social media. You try to use your social media to gain something, not just to be chatting and be discussing. It's also because you have friends, you have old colleagues, you have old students, associations, etc. All these people are available in the social media, so you could tap into that process and make some nice gains, marketing gains. So, and also we talk about the local online sites. There are many local online sites which are free to advertise. These are the things we would like you to use to, especially when you don't have enough buyers. Then word of mouth marketing. This is the most powerful of them all. Well, because this is where you meet the buyer one-to-one, you explain all the products you have to them, and also you are able to prove to them that the business is working by, if possible, showing them the alert, the payment you have received, and the previous deals you have done. This will help to let them know that actually this business is working. It's not a joking matter. So also, if you are a baker and you have your bakery, you have to eat your bread. You don't go to another baker to buy a bread to eat. Other people will begin to wonder what is wrong with your baking. So also in this case, we have processes which will enable you to own a land, and through either the mortgage system, which you, when you register, you use, or through direct buying from the P1 affiliates, whereby depending on the cost of the land, it could be stretched out for 1 year for payment. Even at times, some they do 2 years also. But remember that interest will come into that. Then we are going to do how to host low cost events. When you begin to grow in this business, there is a time you can invite for some families to your home and just tell them you just want to have meet and celebrate some good news you have. So you can make some light refreshments for them and talk with them. Not so many people, like to your own home now, you can invite 3, 4 people, talk with them, show them the business, and that is also one way. The other ways is you can meet locally with all these with all these local events planners. Any event that is going on, you can decide to sponsor or share the cost in order so that you're able to promote your business. So we're going to also talk of customizing your flyers. P1, if you are already subscribed to the P1 WhatsApp group, you see that they have a lot of flyers, 1,000,001 flyers. So you have to, when you choose the affiliates or product to market, you have to target those people with their flyers. And there's need for you to add your telephone number, because in the flyer, most of them, there's a space left for your telephone. So if you are able to do that electronically, that would be nice. Otherwise, you just print it out, write your telephone number, make photocopies, sending it to people, to potential buyers. Then P1, like they have 3 major products in P1, which I would like to mention. And these are for plots of land in which they sell in their estates. We have houses and also buy to sell investment scheme. These are the 3 products. It's good when you focus on 1 or 2. If you can focus on all, fine. But like when I started, I only focused on 1 or 2. It's really 1 to say. So then with time, you begin to add the others to it, depending on the clients. The way you weigh the clients and think either this client is he able to buy land or house, or maybe he has money. It's not, he has enough land, he has enough houses. Then you can now introduce buy to sell investment scheme. This one we will explain later what is buy to sell investment scheme. So we'll just go into it now. Let's start with the number 1 item, understanding P1 platforms and products. In this case, I will just explain what P1 is and their product. P1 is an acronym for Property World African Network. I will switch it to slide down. So it was established in March 2012 in Nigeria by 2 wonderful couples or families, so to say. And for the past 12 years now, they just celebrated in March 12th, last 2 months, celebrated the 12th year anniversary. So they started It's because they had their own challenges. These are the families, Dr. and Dr. Mary. So in 2000, before 2012, they were having challenges in getting accommodation in Lagos. Even to raise the 300,000 to rent a flat was a problem. They could not. So they were, as a result of that, they were squatting from one family to the other, even to at times stay in the church. So it was during this period that the wife dreamed uh, about real estate business. She saw it in her dream. She told the husband, I saw us in our dream. We're doing real estate. But the husband didn't believe. They laugh over it because the husband thought maybe the poverty has gone into her head. Say, you who doesn't have money to even do rent a house, you are doing real estate. So they laugh over it, and that was it. So 3 weeks later, she was in the church, and somebody gave her a flyer, real estate flyer, and she took it and said, "See you, well, somebody are giving me a flyer." So that's why they took the flyer, just like what I was telling you, customizing flyer, which is very important if you want to be successful in this business. They took the flyer and wrote their telephone number and went to the copy shop or business center in Nigeria and made photocopies of many. So they go out in the morning to be sharing these flyers to people. So the first 3 months, nobody called them. So they were wondering so they sat down, the woman sat down now, and then she went to the owner of the estate and said, listen, I want to implement certain uh, incentives into the estate, into the flyer, or into the buying of the land. So they gave them free hand. So what she did was to introduce installment payments. So instead of people paying once, they say, okay, you can pay within 6 months, you can pay within 1 year. You see, this was our initiative, not the initiative of the owner of the estate. So this how he said that they started sharing flyers again with these new incentives. So adding, you pay 60,000, the rest you pay because last time land around the Aja area was selling for maybe 3-4 million. So they were able to distribute the flyers with the new incentives, and to God be the glory. That's how P1 started. Because costs started coming. People now were interested. That is how it kicked off. That's how P1 business kicked off 12 years ago. So as they discovered that it works, they decided to open it to help other people who they know was in the same condition which they were. So that's how P1 Group was founded in March 2012. So their vision is to make home ownership dream a reality. That was their vision, like I told you, because of their experience. And how they go about that in their mission is to discover affordable lands in fast-growing areas and make these known to you, and also show you how you can make money to buy land and build your own home, or you can make money to buy your home. So this whatever they have been doing. So this is why they have P1, and they go about in areas where they see development coming, they quickly go there, buy land at affordable price, and turn it into an estate with all the facilities of a modern estate, security, fencing, infrastructural development. And they begin to sell this estate, demarcate them into plots and begin to sell. So, but in real estate, character values is very important. It's good because those people you'll be dealing with is people who will like to have land. And you know in Nigeria, to sell land is a very challenging business because of whatever emotions that are attached to it. So therefore, to sell land, you must there are certain values which we advise that you have. P1 for P1 is arise. That is A for accountability, for arrow for responsibility, I for integrity, S for service, and E for excellence. So your character traits is very important. This way, if you can talk to people and they will trust you enough to buy land. So whatever it is, we advise that anyone who is into real estate should try and have these character traits. So P1, when they started with P1 group homes, so to say, ever since 2015, they've started expanding, having affiliates or branches. But these are independent affiliates and branches, but all under the P1 group. So they started with P1 Edge, then P1 Plus, Premium, Heritage, Halfon, a lot of others. As of today, they have 63 branches all over the country. And even they have also in Ghana, things, someone, they are in the process of opening in Rwanda, in Dubai, etc. So they have been growing ever since. And they have more than 300 workers and close to 1 million independent marketers like the PBOs. So they have estates all over the country. As of last year, they have more than 560 estates. They have in Benin, they have 8 estates in Benin City. They have in Lagos, they have more than 200 estates, close to 312 by our counting. Then in Asaba Axis, that is exploding this moment. They have a lot of estates, more than 100 estates in Asaba, Washuku, Okpanam, uh, Obule Kiti, all those axes, they have more than 100, close to 200 estates. Then all the former banded, that is Delta or SASAT, so to say, Wari, Ugeli, Sapele, they have estates. They have estates in Bayelsa, in Port Harcourt, in all the major cities in the south, they have estates. Also in the east, they have in all the states and major cities in the east, they have estates. As you can see from this flyer I'm showing you now, you can find maybe you see Bayelsa, you have all of them there. You have in Akwa, in Oka. So they have in Abuja, they have in Nasarawa, they have in Kaduna, they have in Adamawa, Jalingo, they have in Kano. So they have estates all over Nigeria. In all, they have up to now, they have about 30 in 30 states and more than 560 estates. So that is all I can say now about P1 Group and the products and services which we offer. Let's check what we have again. With, then, where according to our agenda, then the P1 support systems, offices, P1, like I tell you now, they are growing very fast, to tell you the fact. I will show you in some of their offices. These are websites in Berlin. Let me show you P1 offices and centers. Yes. In Lagos alone, P1 has more than 30 offices, centers. These are all the centers, Lekki, Lekki 2, Lekki 3, Lekki 4. These are Lekki centers, Lekki 6, Lekki 7. They have K2 Center, they have a Keja Center, they have Keja Center 2, Lekbeju 2, Yaba, they have in Ikorodu, These are all training centers. These are just like we have in Berlin, a center in Berlin. They have, these are just only Lagos, Festa, Okota, Okota, Okota. This one is also Okota. They have also Okota. They have Alaba, you know, all over. Like this is only Lagos. So only Lagos, they have so many, more than 30 centers. I think it's even growing to more than that one anyway. So what the purpose of these centers is to they train, they give information, and also they market P1 products. So what we normally advise is that if you are new, you go to a center near you for training to go and ask questions, because this business you must equip yourself with the right information. Because if you don't have that right information, if you go to buyers and they ask you information about the company, you don't know about this, you don't know, nobody will take you serious. So the first thing you do is to acquire information. So let me see P1 group offices and centers. They have, okay, let me check the Nigerian one in Nigeria. P1 centers in Nigeria. So you see in Ota, Ogun State, they have in Ibadan, Akure, Oshogbo, Ilorin, Port Harcourt, Benin City. Benin City, they have center. I think the address has changed. That is not the current address. Then Owerri, you see all the centers all over Nigeria. They have centers. So if you come to our P1 Berlin Center internet uh, page, you can go there and get all this information. In case if you are recruiting somebody from a different state and they are looking for centers where they can go and get information and training, please just come here, go to Berlin Center from this see offices. Then if you click on it on your right hand here, you can get all the addresses where you are. Then let's see in diaspora where we are. So currently we have a P1 group in Texas, you have in Dublin, you have in Berlin. This is Berlin. They also, like I said, they have in Ghana, they have in Rwanda, in Dubai. All those ones will come in later. So like you said, you just have to know your product very well. I know the company you are dealing with. I would like to say that P1 offers other incentives. In their training centers, apart from support and other training incentives, they also organize site visits. P1 doesn't charge for site visit. All you need to do is to go to the office, make arrangement, know the time where the cars for the site visits leaves, and try to make sure your client is there. Either you with your client, in case you can't make it, make arrangements so that your client will be there at least 30 minutes before the departure time, so that you will go to, they are not late. Normally they don't wait, they wait 5 or 10 minutes, then they drive off. So, and these services are free of charge. So you don't need, as a PBO, registered PBO, you don't need to pay, they don't charge you for all those services. The only thing, you bring yourself to the office with your clients, then you go to the site. And I will also advise you, as a new PBO, if you have that opportunity to, you are in Nigeria, always go to the site. All the sites they are operating on in your state or areas where you are interested, try to visit them, so that will give you confidence. And as you do that, try to take a video of yourself on the site, uh, describing the site, because you will need this video later, which you can send to potential clients when they're asking about the site. How is the site? Is it dry? Is it wet, like in Lagos case? So you're able to show them the video. This was me on the site. This, how the site looks like. And also, um, okay, like I said, the site visit is very important as well. And also, you have to get information about the company. Like I said before, always ask questions. Anything that you think you have to know, ask it. Don't be shy. It's an open business. It's a plain business. So if you invite your clients to the office, make sure you are there before they come. And P1 also offers you that opportunity to use their office. They are in short, by the rules, any P1 center or office is your office. What does that mean? It means you can make appointments. Like if you have a client who want to discuss the matter with you, you can book an appointment in the office and meet the clients. They will give you a space. There's a space you normally find in your office. They have a lot of rooms or some rooms for the PBOs. You can take your clients there, sit down and talk with your clients. You know, that will help you also it will add some prestige and comfortability to your marketing strategies. So always do that. If you have a client that is especially corporate clients or whatever, you can say, okay, meet me at the office. I will be at the office so and so time. Make sure you are there earlier so that you can make all the arrangements there in the office. And when the person comes, you take the person to the desk or conference table and discuss, and that is it. So these are the things we advise you to try. So we are now on item 3, marketing strategies for selling land and houses. Anyway, I've just mentioned some of them in all the site visits and training. But you have to understand the sizes of plots. I will not go into much details here since we've already done it. It's in our website. If you go to our website here, you will see it. There's one we did plots, land sizes, and land titles and plot sizes. So you can go to our YouTube page channel and get detailed information. So I will just summarize what we uh, discussed then. So land like this, you have to know land titles. The land you are selling. Let's take for example. Let me go to podium. Go to so like now this is the land in Benin. So when you have such flyer, you should be able to identify certain key points in this flyer. Like first of all, is let me see if we can expand this. Yeah, look at this. So you have the price of the land, which is by the size of the land. Like here now, even here they are even good. They show the old and new measurement units. So it's here 450 square meters, which is by 100. The old 50 by 150. That is the old way of measuring land. So this is the price. Then if it's 900 square meters, which is 100 by 100, this is the price. So all these things you must know them even offhead. You must know the land size and the title. See the title here. The title of the land means the land documents. What right? What can you build on that land? That is your legal entitlement to that land. That's what you mean title. So you have the road here survey and deed of assignment. So you yourself, you have to know what is survey. Survey is survey plan. You know how the survey plan where they will measure, draw the piece of the land the way it is on the survey plan. That is. The deed of assignment is the transfer of ownership of rights or interest of that land to the owner, to the new owner. So these are the documents. You have to understand these documents and also the location. Because if somebody is talking to you on the phone they will normally ask you location. So you should, when you are talking to somebody on the phone, I'm just this an advice that will make things smooth for you. Always open this flyer before you when you are talking. So from here, you can give him all the information that he's asking of. So if you ask location, you can just mention, okay, it's in location, it's Sapler Road, off Sapler Road, you know, 5 minutes to Benson, in Dawosa University, you know. So you just give the location. So the person, the amount, the is with the information you, the way you give your information out will determine how the person grades you, if he thinks you are serious or not. So it's always good, but don't be afraid. Don't let this thing scare you. It's just something you from time to time will get used to it, especially if you are attending the trainings and also have before you the flyers of any document. In case if you don't have the flyer, somebody calls you and said so, you can tell you, okay, can I call you back, please? Always, it's always allowed. Then before you now quickly get all the information you need before you, then you call the person back, then you start your discussion. If you are not versed in that, don't just start discussion with somebody without having something before you can look up to answer. It's very, very important. And but for your friends, your relatives, those people who know you from other, those people, there's no problem with that. They can always forgive you for your mistakes. But if you have new clients, it's good you are prepared. So training is available by P1 centers. Go there and get that training. It's free of charge. It's just about 1 hour, maximum 1.5 to 2 hours, just like we are doing today. Always go for training, irrespective of the cost. Anyway, it's free of charge. So do it because it will help you later. It's that training that will going to propel you to greatness in this business. So creating database number 4 now. In case we are unable to finish today, we'll continue next time. Creating database of your potential PBOs. Like I mentioned in the opening part, it's good to have a list of all the people you are dealing with. And also, it's also good to when you are starting to have. If you go to your telephone now, you have more than 300 contacts on your phone. These are your first leads. Some of them will be your first buyers. I'm telling you. So what you need to do? So what you need to do is to draw out a list of all your people in your contact phone, and now begin to grade them. Which of them you think will be buyers? Which of them you think will be sellers? So it's very important that you define them because normally I start with buyers. I say this one is a buyer. Then most of the time they buy, and but what I do as principal, if they are buying the second time, they come again, they want to buy the second time, then I will convert them to become PBOs. Because I will tell them, listen, this you bought the first one, this second one you are buying now. You know you can earn money through that process. We say how? Then you begin to explain to them if they become PBOs, by referring to clients, this is what they make, like 15% and others. So, though we didn't treat that one today, the earnings, please also go to our YouTube. If you are new, go to our YouTube page, and there's specific one on earnings, on commission, and others. Because for in P1, any land you sell anywhere in Nigeria, you get 15% commission. If you sell a land now worth 3 million, you will get 450,000 minus tax. So around 420 something thousand you get and will be paid to you. This one is is uh, is a standard in P1. Then if you bring somebody If you recommend if somebody comes to join P1 through you, then anything the person makes, you get 5% on land. And I will just stop with land for now. I don't want to talk much on that. So let's deal on land. So you get 5%, and anything you sell yourself, you get 15%. So you have the way of earning. That is where the creation of teamwork starts. Because if you are able to bring many people, as many as 10, 20, 30, 100 people, and each 100 they are making sales, you'll be getting 5% from them. So you can imagine what, if you fantasize a little bit, how much you can make if you can bring as many people in. Because the products and services are there. Like you said, they have P1, we have more than 560 estates all over Nigeria, and they are growing. Maybe by now it should be around 600. So, and the market, Nigeria as a market is forever. So this business is forever. So anyway, please check our YouTube videos. There are a lot of them. What I advise personally, if you are new, is to go there and watch all the videos, all the training videos. Just go to the beginning and watch the date. I'm very sure you will be blessed. So leveraging on online platforms, social media, like I said, email marketing, local, online. So your social media should not be for you to be blessing or writing or criticizing people. You should use it effectively to be something that will benefit you financially. So you can take any poster that you like, you try and post it on your social media, especially if you are in a platform of old students. That one is very powerful because they know you as students long time ago. Their memory and most testimonies people are giving P1, their breakthroughs came through that. So if you advertise on you have a social group where you meet with your uh, old students, it's a platform for you to do your business. And also locally, you can also advertise. I know in Nigeria they have many online platforms where you can advertise. So what you do is to pick products. It's not just everything you advertise. Pick product that you would like to market. Like I told you, if you are in any state or town, if you want to, you can pick. But Lagos, you can pick in Lagos if you want to market in Lagos. And please know that distance is not a barrier. Just like here selling land all over Nigeria, you can sell land from anywhere. P1 make that structure possible. Like if you have a client, all you need to do, you contact me or through this or the center. They will give you the telephone of the site engineer or manager of the other center or city where you have a client. So all you need to do is to tell your client, give this number to your client, call the manager and say, I have a client, so and so. They will call you. They are coming to check the land. So they will make site visits. The manager will just say, okay, we'll let you. So you coordinate it from afar. The person will go there, go to the manager, will take them to the site. After showing them the site, if they say they want to pay, they want to buy, the manager will tell them, okay, contact the person who brought you here. In P1, there's no double crossing because it's not allowed. So it's not practice. So definitely, and your buyer knows you as well. So there's no problem with that. A lot of people have been doing that and it has been successful. So you don't need to market only local estates. You can choose estates in any of the states where they have in Nigeria, where you think you can, or somebody asks you, or you know somebody, and try to market it there. So, like I said, the online advertisement in local online newspapers is online uh, uh, advertisement real estate companies is very, very important. Like I know in Nigeria, is it GG? They call it GG. You can publish this free. There are also some property platforms. If you search on internet in Nigeria, some of them give you free, some of them You have to give them something to promote your page. But whatever it is, use your local online advertisement agency for your to promote your business. Then the word of mouth marketing is the most powerful of them all, because these are people who will see you eyes to eyes, they will hear see you, they will feel you, and they will immediately make their decisions when they see you, when you talk with them. So it's very when you are going for mouth to mouth marketing, that is where your knowledge of the business is very, very important, because now they are looking at you, asking you questions. If you don't answer them well, they are not going to buy. So it's better when you are in that case, like I told you before, you invite them to the office. In the office environment, yeah, you are already at advantage. And anytime they ask information, you can even talk to any of the managers in the office. They will join you in marketing. There are cases in the past where the Dr. Umumere herself has to fly in on. There was a deal, one of the PBOs was making for more than 600 million on buy to sell deal. She has to fly down from America because the man who wanted to put in that money wanted to see the person in charge, and they wanted to make, it's one chance presentation in life, time in life to make such a presentation, and they wanted it to be perfect. So they brought in the person himself. So and the presentation was done, and the deal was concluded immediately. So this is how it's done on P1. If there's a certain deal that you see you cannot handle, you know, just don't be shy. Don't think anybody will take the deal. All you need to do is to go to the office, talk with the manager in that office, and say, I have this person. Maybe they want to buy many plots. Like some people can decide in an estate to buy 2 acres, 3 acres, 4 acres of land. Maybe they want to use it for their own mini estate as well. So in that case, if they look at you, they see that you don't have that, um, that thing to conclude that business, they may not go. So, but if you bring them to the office environment and talk with the manager in charge and explain, the manager in charge, they are always very happy. They are always very happy because they are making sales too. They are getting their commission and everything indirectly from Pwan. So they will help you and do all the information you need and support you need to conclude that business. So always use that. Don't be shy. Know that P1 office is your office, and all the facilities they have there, you can make use of them to be successful. Then talking about that again, we'll talk about marketing materials, customizing P1 flyers and videos. I've talked about sites, photos, and videos. If you go to the site, always make video. Don't ever make that mistake. If you go to a site, always make video, take photos. It's because you don't have, it's not every time you'll be going to that site again. And most people, especially if you are dealing with people in the diaspora, they are not going to leave their diaspora and come to Nigeria to inspect. Some of them may send their relatives, but if you're able to convince them with videos and photos and all the necessary information they will ask of you, they immediately they sign in, they pay. They don't even need to bother because they will have that confidence in you. But some of them may say, okay, you may have to invite, they have to bring in their relatives. That's no problem. But one thing I warn you about relatives, from my own experience so far, if they bring in relatives, the chances of you concluding that business is 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 50-50. Because from my experience, I've not been able to conclude any business that relatives come in. Not that the business is bad, it's just that relatives, they see themselves as the rightful owner of that business, that they're supposed to earn money in that business. That business belongs to them. So most of the times, they are going to do everything to club that business. They will say things, do talk, bring, go to bring document, everything to just to make sure that their relatives doesn't conclude that business. And what they do normally, they will tell the relatives they have a different place. You can buy. I have a place that is better. Is do so. Those ones, because they are not abroad, they are abroad. They don't. So they don't know what is happening. So they will believe them. And most of the time, they will just cheat them. Just like you know our relatives now. If they eat your money, there's nothing you can do. You can shout later. They say it's your brother, it's your sister, it's your relative. Yeah, that is it. But that is not our cup of tea. Our own is to sell to market business. So we have to make our presentation very powerful to the person in the diaspora or in the near about our products and services. And if it's powerful enough, they will not invite a third party to go and do inspection. So you're able to carry out that business successfully. So just have it in mind. It's not that it's in all cases, it's just that so far there was a case. I'll just give you an example. There was a case where dealing. There was a company here in Switzerland. They wanted to buy acres of land. So they decided to send somebody to go there to do the inspection. The person went and reported and gave bad report, you know, and gave bad report. But uh, unfortunately for me, I know the head, so I was able to talk to the head. The head said, okay, they made a second report. That one also, they gave their own report. But because I know him, what he told me was that, when they gave bad report about your product or your estate, they said they were offering them estate in the same area, you know. So then what he said was that he now asked them, what is different between this estate and the other estate? So they could not answer the question. So invariably, all they wanted was to collect the business and the profit for themselves. So that's why it's always good to avoid that. But if it happens and you are in Nigeria as a seller, then I think you're able to influence that. It's just that we are not there on the site. We can always influence that with them. Then we are now on item 8. Item 8. Okay, talking about word of the mouth, showcasing your alert, payment alert. It's very important. This is a powerful recruitment instrument. Payment alert. It's not that you are showing off to show how much this is. Not everybody, but it's good to have this alert. There was a man in Lagos. He recruited more than 300 people. They say he's only using payment alert. If you just talk to the person say, Nigeria, this business, no. He will just say, this is my alert. And at times, as they are talking, some alert will just come in. Ding, ding. You just say, hopefully, see now. So with that, he was able to recruit more than a lot of people. And he's one of the best recruiters. Even because of recruitment, they gave him a brand new car in Lagos. All these testimonies are on the website. P1, if you go to P1 TV, you will see all these testimonies. Then talking about, yes. So this is one of these things I received last week. You see it here. Let's see the date. The date is it here? Yes, 7th of May. You see it, 2024. Just last week, Tuesday, I received this. This is an alert I received. 651,000. That's to tell you, he works. This business is a very lucrative business. Since it's good that a lot of people don't come into it, otherwise they will mess it up. So, as there are still few, you can still make a lot. So, this is also I received last week too. Which date is this one? This is on the 5th of May, 2000. See the date here. So it's 217,000. So this is how it comes. At times 1 million, 1 point something million. It comes just like that. So So this is just a way of to recruit people, to let people know that this business is working. It's not that you are showing off. Nobody, anyway, it's not, that's not the case. It's just that to let people know that it's actually working, that they can make money from this business. Then we'll talk about customizing flyers and videos, site photos. I think I will discuss that one already. So always know that you can change the flyers, pick the product, the estate you want to market, change the flyers to your name. I think I show you some of my flyers just now. Let me show you. You see this one now? This is a flyer. You see this is my company name, Podium ng.com. That is my company name. You see Podium. Podium is my name, Peter Odion. P and Odion makes Podium. So you see, I took this flyer, I inserted my name. It may not do it like this. It must not be so correct or beautiful. All you need to do is try and see if you take a flyer. Let me see if they have a flyer without my inscription. Okay. You see, this is a flyer now. I didn't put anything there. So you can just take the flyer. Somewhere here, you write your name, just somewhere in the white middle. You can use it. It's better if you have, you can do it online, but if not, just print it out and write it in a good handwriting, your number. See here, you see what normally for this flyer now, you see they left a place here for telephone where you can insert your telephone. So you can use hand to write your telephone as well. So all you need to do is to, like this flyer now, all you need to do is to print it out, maybe 20 copies, 30 copies. Then you write your name. And as you are going out, be distributing it to people. If you are free in the day, you can wake up in the morning when people are going to work, go to that junction or park and print out and be distributing to them. You know, I can guarantee you that, especially like this one, these are different estates. I can guarantee you that also you can mention that you can pay on installments up to 6 months to 1 year. If you can use hand to write it, they don't write it on their list, but you can write it. I'll tell you that every P1 product is by law they're allowed to pay within 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. It's there. So it's part of the standard of P1 business. So any product you are marketing, what you can do too is to go to the company website. Let's say, let's go to my favorite P1 Lighthouse. P1 Lighthouse. Just a minute, please. So this is P1 Lighthouse. So this is my favorite. So you can go to any of their sites, just like I did now. Then you can pick. These are the products we are marketing. This one is our top seller. See that it's they even use pigeon. No grief or pressure this year. Get your own plots as you dare me. You see. So here, what I normally do, I will. You can remove all these this thing. You can remove it and write your telephone number, because if you give it to people you don't know, they may likely contact the company direct, which is not a good thing for you. So what I normally do, I will take these things off and then put my company or my telephone number. And right there is possible installment payments. You know. So if you can do that, and if not, if you want to invest a little bit, you can take this into what do you call it? business center and just tell them what you want. Like you want them to know this part, this their email address or whatever, and remove the whole thing and put your name. They can even write your name. Even if you want to put your picture, you can put your picture here and write your name. Your picture will be that will take you to a different level. I can tell you that you will make a lot of sales because people connect sites. When they look at your photo, there's a way people connect to that, and it has been working. So if you put your photo here, then you can write your telephone. We can also arrange installment payment up to 1 year. Please talk to us, call us. We'll be surprised how many doors will be open. So if you go to why I open this, I want to show you the subscription form. This is the subscription form here. You see, in every flyer, they have all their estates. I don't want to go into that, but they have subscription form. So I will click on here. The subscription form will open. So this is the subscription form. Let me increase it. So in this subscription form, I wanted to show you the pricing. Others we are going to deal. I think we dealt with this one time. We are going to come back to it later. But what is interesting is that every question, you see this, every subscription form in P1, they have a section for questions and answers. So here, you see the question here. You also, if you are learning, always use the subscription form to learn, especially to get information about a particular interest you are marketing. Download their subscription form. If you don't have it, ask me for it. I will send it to you. And read all their questions and answer. Because you see here now, you say, where is Oye Villas by Lighthouse Odeami? Then this is the location. They said it there. Say, why should I buy, the route why you should buy? Because it's it's nearer to investment landmark like Dangote, Lekki Deep Sea Sport, Land Campania, Tropicana, So they are telling you the reason. So who are the owners of this estate you are selling? This is the name of the owners of the estate. All these things you have to know. What type of title does, land title, what type of title? Is there a deed of assignment? The company has land tenures to ensure facilitate and facilitate further perfection. You see, now is deed of assignment, but they are in the process of perfecting the title. All these things you must have all this information. Are there any encumbrances on the land? You say no, the land is free of any no. What is the size? So then the payment structure, that is why we came here. You see that you say outright, if you pay within 0 to 3 months, let's forget about it, 300 square meters. I don't do that. Let's 600 square meters is 650,000. If you pay within 3 months, so you can tell the customer, listen, if you pay within 3 months, every month you can divide this amount by 3. So you pay around 200 and something, 15 or so every month without interest. Now, if you are paying within 6 months, the price will change. Instead of, remember I told you we should concentrate on 600 square meters. Instead of this 650 for 600 points, it becomes 747 because of their added around 10% interest on it. Then if you are paying, you can tell the people if you are paying, this is now, you are paying within 12 months. This is how much it becomes, 780,000. So, and if you are a corner piece, remember the land title and the plus size. I talk about corner piece. Please watch that video, it will help you a lot. I talk about corner piece. Corner piece land is a land where at the junction. Any land that is located at the junction is called corner piece. And if you choose that, you will pay 10% more to the land, to the cost. Then, if you are going to use that land for commercial, if you choose any land for commercial purpose, is 10% of the cost. Now, if you like a friend who bought sometime last week, he bought a land, he wanted it to be corner piece, and he wants to use it for commercial. So he has to pay 20% extra to the cost. See, it's even written here. Corner piece and commercial plots attract 20% of land cost together. So all this information, when you're able to explain to the clients, send him everything. So if you are not paying monthly, if you miss your listing, you can pay 5% of more to that cost. So these are the charges also that comes with the land. So we are transparent in P1. There's no hidden cost. If he asks you, yes, for this very land, this estate, deal of assignment, because you are going to get deal of assignment, you pay 660,000 per plot. Provisional survey, in case you need survey, the government do you need to pay 60,000 per plot for the survey plan. Then demarcation, when you go, they have to cut the plot for you. People have to go there physically and build, put what they call beacons and others for you to mark out your plot. That is called demarcation. Fee is 60,000. Then development fee, say they will determine that development fee. What is development fee? It's for the drainage, construction, for transformers, for electrification, for the tying roads, interlock road, building of special amenities, landscaping, beautification of the estate. All these are under a development fee. Now they are not charging that. What they are saying is that it's when the estate will become functional, which is a good thing. Some estate they will tell you to pay upfront, but they are saying no. When we estate is functional, then we start charging the fee. I know that any functional estate, what they normally do, all the inhabitants of that estate, landowners, landladies, landlords, they always have meeting. In that meeting, they will determine. You will be part of those who will determine how much you will pay for the maintenance of the estate, for the provisions of all these facilities and maintenance. So it's an open, transparent system. So all these are, you say, when do I get my allocation after payment? When do I make other payments? It's about demarcation. Listen, what do I get after initial deposit and for further installments? You see, all the things you get receipt, you get that. Everything is written here. All the information you need to be a good real estate marketer, they are here in this subscription form. Say, what do I get after completing payment for the land? This question also customers always ask. What if I finish paying? What do I get? So you see, everything is written here, black and white. You see notification letter, your complete payment receipt, contract of sales and plot allocation document, deed of assignment within 3 months of payment, provided that your allocation has been done. See, these are the things you get. Say, can I start construction or building on the land now? You see, all these answers are there for you. Is there any time limit to commence work on the land after allocation? So the questions are here. So, but like now they are saying within 6 months of physical allocation. Most people don't do that. I know I bought land there for 7 years now, and last time I went to visit, nothing, and there's no problem. Then you see another question again: can I resell my plot or property? This question customers always ask. So really, they say no. So yes, you can. A subscriber, you can. If you are finished paying for land, you can sell it. There's no problem. Only that the 10% of land consideration will be payable to the company. So you pay the company 10%. It's not you. You can charge it to the buyer who wants to buy it. Buyer, you pay 10% to the company. You say, can I pay cash to your agent? It's in here. Please don't pay cash. Pay to their bank account. It's written here. So what happens if I cannot continue with the payment or after payment, but before allocation, can I get a refund? Say yes. If you at any point in time you decide to say I won't continue with this business again, I want to withdraw, fine. It's a democracy. So they say yes, you can do that. You give them 60 days notice or whatever, just read through. But what is important is this 40%. You lose 40% because 40% will account. When you buy a land now, the amount they pay for agents is almost 25% of that land they pay out to agents. Remember, you as the seller, you will get 15%. and the person who brought you will get 5%. If that person is manager, you will get, or you pay up to third or fourth level. So all this person and the fees, administrative fee, they use to processing your documents and everything. So you will lose 40% of what that. If that is, then you can proceed to cancel the whole contract and lose 40%. So it's transparent. All this information is there. This is where you pay the money to. Uh, so this is just like I told you, it's an application, but it's fully loaded with information. As a marketer, it's better you get access to this form and read it and know, especially before meeting a client. You know. So we are not going to talk about. So this plot they are still available. Is the cheapest land in Lekki. If you check, if you go anywhere, is the cheapest. I can tell you 100%. And people are buying. I will advise you to start marketing with this because this one you can sell it fast. The price will still go up within a short time. So where are we? Um, so like we can talk about it. Agenda 8, host low cost events. Like as we have, I think I mentioned it, you can invite friends or you collaborate with local business. If you're in the diaspora or Nigeria or your whatever meetings you belong to, should be a platform for you to market anywhere. Should be a platform. If they are doing party or event, you can try to know how you can liaise with those people and share the cost with them and have a stand where you produce your materials and everything to market. We are trying to do one in Germany that is coming up, I think in July. P1 group, they are showing interest to partake in it. So we will inform everyone as we progress. Then the last is focus on the niche. This is very important. Like I told you, P1 products, there are three in number: plots of land, houses, and buy to sell investment. Land, we know what is land. Houses, they have houses everywhere, especially in Lagos. They have estates, and in Abuja, I think. And I think one is coming up in Asaba area. So they are building houses. If that is what you want to market on, only on houses, fine. Or you just want to do buy to sell. Like when I entered P1, I started with land. I started with land. It depends on you, the people you have, your client base, you know. But from time to time, people will ask me for houses. Normally, I don't market houses. But if, because of dealing with clients, they will say they need houses, so and so, I can now go and search for them. So my niche is land, selling land. Then also among us, we have people who like buy to sell. Even in Nigeria, there's one man in with his wife. The man, if you listen to his testimony, is the man who made that 600 million deal on buy to sell. His wife is into land, selling land. He also only deals on buy to sell. He goes to company, talk to them only on buy to sell. That is all. He said that is where my strength is. And it's better you follow where your strength is. Don't try to do all things because other people are doing it. You may find it very difficult. But if you go where God leads you, and like in mine, I do land. You know, God has been faithful. So if it's buy to sell you want to do, you can just concentrate on buy to sell. There are many information on buy to sell. If I go to my website, uh, there's a place I put on, okay, buy to sell. See? So buy to sell, if I don't want to read so much, but what is important in buy to sell is, I just want to explain it for the new ones. It's a process whereby people don't want to hold land property for a long time. They want to hold it for 12 months. They want to buy after 12 months, they want to sell. After 18 months, they want to sell. After 24 months, they want to sell. Like here now, this one is an advert for 18 months, a special offer. I don't know whether it's still available. But what it states here is that is you for 50%, if you in case you are trading for 18 months, you buy land with them for 50%, if it's 1 million to 1.4, 4.9 million. Then from 5 to 45 million, they will give you 60% for the same 18 months. And 50 million above, they give you 65% for the same 18 months. It's a promo. You have to confirm. Just to remind you that. So I just want to remind you that for promos, I have a problem with a client of recent. I sent him a flyer, not knowing that that flyer is already outdated. So when he showed interest, he was about to buy the land, and the price has gone up from 7.5 million to 15 million. So the man got annoyed. Say, why should the price? You told me 7.5, now it's 15 million. And why is it within 1 hour, the price just changed? So that was a mistake from me. What I would have done was that to go to the company and find out their latest price before sending uh, flyers to somebody. So I've learned from that. So I will advise that in future, don't just send flyer to somebody. Always make sure you are sending the current flyer, because at times there are certain area the appreciation rate is very fast. You can see that's why they are able to pay you this percentage they are having. Imagine within 6 months that land from 7.5 million to 15 million. That is almost 100% increase now within 6 months. So that is how it is in property. In certain land, in certain area, the appreciation rate is so fast. So this is all buy to sell. There are different. Let me explain something about buy to sell again. They are individual, like this P1 Plus. This is their advertisement. You can see that it's already old. This is 2000 last year. This is a P1 Max is for buy and sell of an estate, a specific estate. Why, if it's P1 group you are buying from, they'll give you a list of all their estates. Let me see this one. Yeah. So, like I said, when you enter the deal for, let's say, for 12 months for 30%, normally it's 30% for 12 months. What you get from the company is a payment. You get a payment receipt. You get a contract of sale for the land, like the deal of transfer of that landed property to you. So, and you have a post-dated check. They'll give you this check guaranteeing payment for you. Already, this check you can deposit it with your bank at the appropriate date, 1 year's time, they will cash it. And this check includes the money you invested and the profit together. Let's say, for example, you invest, say, I want to do an investment for 1 year, I want to invest 10 million. So it means at the end of that 1 year, you're supposed to get 13 million, because 30%. So the company will give you receipt of that 10 million. They will give you contract of sale, that is the company landed documents to tell you that, because that land that 10 million, they will equate it to the value of land, to the maybe one plot or half plot, depending on the area, or two plots. So they will give you document to that plot of land. So invariably in this buy to sell, the risk is zero, because you have already as a guarantee landed document. So they'll give you a check. That check, you will cash it. They will put a date 1 year from today. Let's say you are doing the business today. 1 year from today, you can cash that check. So that check will be with you. I think Pastor Anne will say something on the buy to sell later, because she is the queen of buy to sell. So, like I said, everybody should find what is of interest to you. Is it plots of land, or is it selling properties, built properties, or buy to sell investment scheme? Whatever you choose, I can guarantee you, by God's help, you will be successful. So I want to thank all of you for coming today. And I will stop so far. I will now call on, if there's questions, and you can ask. Otherwise, I will call on Pastor Ahmed to take over. Pastor, please.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. We appreciate your lectures. It was very inspiring. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Like what you said is true because when I get to know P1, I thought that it's not true because I don't think that there's something good like this in Nigeria. I was skeptical about it, and the doubt was really there. So myself and my husband, we went to Nigeria. I went to the office. I went to do my own research because, like those of us in diaspora, we suffer for our money. We don't get money to pick like the way some politicians are picking it in Nigeria. So, and every single cent we make, we know that is from the grace of God that God has given to us. So we will not just want to throw it to people to take it away. So the verification was done when doctor told me, I know P1 many years ago, over 10 years ago, but the person that told me about P1, we even bought a land from them in Lekki, Beju area there. She didn't even tell me about the business side of it. We were just interested in buying the land. Me and my husband, we bought the land. We bought two pieces of land, and she did not say anything about the good business of it until Dr. Agui told me about it, and I said, "What?" So such a thing is going on. But in that moment, I said, "Okay, wait a minute. It's okay. I trust you. I believe you, but I need to do my own findings, which by God's grace we did. And I saw that the company is fast growing. You know what I've discovered about we Africans is that anything that is good and growing well, people don't like putting their hands into it. But anything that is fake, that is really growing, like they were doing plan well one time, people just want quick things. They like to involve themselves in those things. But the findings I have done about P1 is true. And like what he said, I love this buy to sell. I'm into two anyway, more into two, because by selling off the land and the buy to sell is very very lucrative. If you know, like what doctor said, it depends on where your strength is. You look at the people around you, you know their wants, you know what they need. Because if you are somebody that is passionate and you have that mind to say, okay, the people around me need to be blessed just like I do. We have a parable in my place that says, if you alone you are rich in a family, the family is still poor, you know. But if everybody is rich, you see that everyone will be doing fine and great. So P1 is a company that is reliable, and you can work with them, because if you go into buy to sell, you are like giving them your 5 million and say, this is my 5 million, trade with it for the next 1 year. And after trading it with for the next 1 year, the profit they need, the P1 will take their own, they will give you your own. And they do it on a fair ground. And I remember last year we did over, I cannot say, we did over 30 million, over 30 million, 40 to 50 million for buy to sell. And all the checks went through. There were some that did 5 million, 2 million, 3 million, everything. And in April, 80% of the checks were through. And it was paid. We deposited it with our bank managers, and they were paid in at the right time, at the right date. So the fact is that when we are doing things and we see there are things, for example, I always make an example with buying a car. For those of us in diaspora, you can decide to say, I want to buy a car of 55,000 euros. Buying a car of 55,000 euros for last year, when you go back there to the same company you bought the car from, they will tell you that car you bought for 55 euro is now like 25,000 euros. You know, it goes down, it depreciates. But when you go for a land of 55,000 million, for example, just wait for 1 year. It depends on the area anyway. Just wait for 1 year. Just 1 year. You'll be talking about 100 million. So that is how it is. When it comes to land and properties, they appreciate. It's a thing that you can never lose. And one thing that attracted me to P1 is this, because they are very smart. Dr. Jane Owumere, she's a woman of God, she's a pastor, she's smart, and she's a giver, like what Doctor used to tell us. She's a giver. She has gone to the extent that she's fulfilled. It's not because you have millions and billions that make you fulfilled. No. By the time God blesses you, there are people when God just bless them, just with a home, their car to use around, they are contented, they are happy, and they are touching lives. And this is exactly what this couple is doing. They are touching lives. They are making sure that people are getting out of their poverty, getting out of their slumping places, and getting their home. Making a home owner a dream is what P1 is all about. So when we were talking about P1, it's a thing that try. I told somebody 2 days ago, I say, you say if you don't have money, put me, come be asking me money to be giving you money. Where do you think I'm getting the money? I'm a worker like you in Germany. I work, I receive salary just like you. But the extra money is coming in from P1. So you go and say it out. For you to open your mouth and tell it to other people, you are not paying for it. God has given you your mouth to speak with. You're not paying for it. So go out and tell other people about it. Invite people to our meetings. This meeting we are having, just invite. Today we are very few in the meeting because many people took excuse, some are working. When you are working in the medical field, you don't have to you don't have to say you cannot work on Friday or Saturday or Sunday. Some took excuse now they are not here. But those of us that are here, we have the privilege, the chance to go out and tell other people, look, oh, this is where I'm making small change at the end of the day. Come join me. Tell people. I told someone 2 days ago, I said, if you put even 1 million at the end of 1 year, you don't get 1.3 for only 1 year for 30%. I said, I will give you the 1 million. Why did you think I boasted? Not that I'm boasting that I will give the person the 1 million, because the 1 million is also coming to me from P1. So by God's grace, when we have meeting, I will have time to advertise some of our profits that are coming in. It's a thing that doctor have been saying, but this is true because I am experiencing it. My sister is only on the line in UK. She's experiencing it. She experienced it as well. She said, wow. So this is true. So it's a thing that is true because when they use it to market, and this is a company that cannot fall back again by God's grace. Because for a company to have over 500 or something estates in Lagos alone, they cannot fall back. So they cannot fall back. So that estate they're having alone is already giving them money. So even if you as a person now, for example, you decide to buy 1 acre of land or 2 acres or 3 acres, and you're having 1 acre is 6 plots and 2 acres is 12, 3 acres 18, and you have 18 plots of land, and so you want to just develop it to your own personal estate, putting your estate gate house there, just a little gate house, it will attract people to it. This is exactly what these people are doing. So when you go into buy to sell, for example, you decide to say, I want to start a project in Nigeria for next year, for example, just for example, for you, and said, I want to start building a house. And now I have succeeded in saving 20,000 euros for starting my house. For those of us that are Christians, sorry if we have other religion, I'm just talking about what I know. For those of us that are Christian, the Bible told us, he said, if you want to build a house, you must first of all sit down and count the cost. You don't just wake up one day and say, I want to build a house. No, so by the time you are somebody that is very smart and tactical, you are somebody that looks ahead by the grace of God. It has to do planning. Some of us we just work, we don't plan, we don't set a goal for ourselves. That's why a teacher will tell you at the end of this lesson, what do you want your student to know? You now write under your planning and say, at the end of this lesson, I want the student to know that everything that does not have weight when it comes into the water will be floating on the top of the water, and whatsoever has weight will go down. So it's exactly like that. You want to build a house. I want to invest 20 million or 50 million in my house. What can I do to bring increase to this money? That is the success of the buy to sell. You cannot sit down and say, okay, I want to invest this 10 million for 2 years, for just 2 years to buy to sell. People, when you invest 10 million for 2 years, 70% is your portion at the end of 2 years. So how much are you getting? 17 million is coming to you. That is to say, you are getting 7 million free from the company. Why? Because within these 2 years, they have used it to buy land, they have developed it, and they have sold it to other people. And the gain they are making, they are giving you out of it. And you know the good thing about this, what attracted me to it is this. In Nigeria, if you give a check and the check bounce out, it's a crime. And this one, they will give you a post-dated check. That is to say, by God's grace, it cannot fail. God helping us, you are cashing your money the same date that was dated on this check. And this is exactly the trial that I gave to them. Because me, I was curious. I was not a Dapty Thomas, but I was curious. I was also a Dapty Thomas as well. I want to see eye to end. After we did some millions, I decided when I got the checks, by God's grace, we have the opportunity where I will post the checks and I will post the commissions that are coming, and at the same time post out the money the same date we're posted into the bank account. So I always tell people, 2 days ago, I told somebody, go into P1 through people that know the way. Dr. Aguyi is one of the people that have been there, pioneers in Germany now. We are so blessed to have a place in Germany where we call P1 Center, which many other countries are not having. We are the first pioneers now, like Ireland, like we here, we are having it already. So this is a thing that we need to do, that we don't have to think back because people were there before. Do you think I will just walk, put my money there? No. Because for those of us that live in Germany, we know how it is to work. At the end of the day, you're paying tax and everything. At the end, you're taking a little home. So by the time you invest and say, I want to put 10 million for 2 years because I'm planning to build my house. That 2 years, you now get 17 million. So by the time you now finish that one, you can even decide to say, okay, let me use wisdom now. You can even remove your 7 million, put it aside, put the 10 million again for another 2 years. That is how it grows. So it's a thing we can involve ourselves into. And that is not just enough. When you bring people to them, they will pay you. When people come through you and buy land or buy to sell, but the buy to sell, when people come through you are getting 7.5%, which is a good deal. And you're selling a land, you're getting 50%, which is a good deal. Which other company are you going to get that? And if you work in Germany, where are you going to get that immediately? If somebody, for example, just put 10 million and say, brother, help me invest this 10 million, and the person just come through P1 for you, you're getting 750,000 for that 10 million. 7.5%. And at the end of the day, if they remove tax, you are sure of 720,000 naira coming to you. Imagine if you do that every month. Imagine if you do that every month. So you know the money that at the end of even 6 months, you are not counting less than 4 to 5 million coming into you. So imagine it if you do it for 1 year. So these are motivated. This was already motivated me. When I saw the way they were paying into my account for all what they said, the promises they made, and they kept to it. My sister is also on the line. She can testify to it. When she told her husband to buy land, she just registered her husband. And when they bought, she got over 400 or something. She called me and said, so it is really true that this company is really adhering to their promises. I said, yes, of course. They have made it. Now they are telling us, come join us to enjoy what we have made. I think we'll stop here because our time has gone far. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you all. God bless you.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. So the line is open now. If you have any question or you have any comment, please let us have it. Or if you want to send the question through chat, you can use the chat section to send your. Oh, okay. All right. So anybody, you have questions? So I think omitting maybe some people are trying to omit themselves. Mr. Obibo, are you there? Okay, good. So I don't think there's anybody. I don't see anybody omitting themselves. So we'll just, in that case, want to thank everybody for coming. like you said, if you have any question, you can always call me. If you need one-to-one, if you have somebody who want me to make presentation one-to-one online, normally I'm available as from 8 o'clock in the evening till 12 o'clock. That is every day from 8 to 12 in the evening, except on Sundays. So if you have somebody that you want to me to explain something to, or whatever, or a new PBO or a client, so please, you can always inform me. We'll make an online uh, appointment, and we can now connect online and we go through, we discuss. So I want to thank everyone for coming. Uh, we sincerely hope that everything will go well with everyone, that will understand this business, that we're able to
Amen.
achieve success.
Amen.
In closing, I will call on Pastor. Pastor, please just give us short closing prayer.
Father, we thank you. Father, we worship you. We just exalt you for who you are. You told us in your word, you're the God that teacheth us how to make profits. Lord, you will not leave us alone. We ask for your wisdom, for your knowledge, for your understanding. And at the end of the day, we, your children, in all humility, will come back to say thank you for being there for us. Thank you for our daughter you are using us to teach. You continue to strengthen him. You help him. And every one of us, whatever we put our hands to do will prosper. Thank you, Father.
Amen.
In
Amen.
Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. So
Amen.
thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming.
sir. Thank
See you
you.
on Saturday or the next
Thank
time.
you.
We'll inform you when is the next training.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. God
Bye.
bless.
Bye.
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 Bye.